Educational GMAT. Your partner in your GMAT journey.
This is not difficult. A paint crew gets a rush order to paint 80 houses. How many total houses do they have to paint? Total 80 houses, right? Now, if they paint at their original rate of T houses of X houses per week, how much time would it take? Simple unitary method, right? X houses in how many weeks? 1 week, right? So one house will be painted in how many weeks? 1 by X weeks, right? So 80 houses will get painted in how many weeks? Right? Which is 80 by X weeks, right? So if they were to paint at the rate of X houses per week, it would take them a total of 80 by X weeks. But what did they do? They painted the first Y houses at a rate of X houses per week. So can you tell me how much time will it take for them to paint Y houses at this rate? How much time will it take? Again, we can do unitary method, right? X houses in 1 week, one house in 1 by X weeks. So Y houses in how many weeks? Y houses, very nice, in Y by X weeks. Realizing that they'll be late, they bring in some more painters and paint the rest of the houses at what rate? 1.25x houses per week. Remaining houses, mind you, Y houses have already been painted. So how many are the remaining houses? Rest of the houses, how many? Right? 80 minus Y houses. And they are painting it at what rate? 1.25x houses per week. Right? So again, we can do it unitary method. 1.25x houses in 1 week, one house in 1 upon 1.25x weeks. And so 80 minus Y houses in how many weeks? 80 minus Y 1.25x weeks. Agreed? So which means now the total amount of time that it takes them to paint 80 houses would be how much? This plus this, right? Y by X plus 80 minus Y upon 1.25x, right? These many weeks. Are we clear so far? So if no, so if they had painted at the rate of X houses per week, it would have taken them 80 by X weeks. However, it actually took them how many weeks? Y by x plus 80 minus y by 1.25x weeks, right? The question is asking us, what's the question asking us? What fraction of the time, and yeah, the total amount of time it takes them to paint. So basically, this is what fraction of this, right? This time is what fraction of this time. So what do we do? This divided by this. Friends, are we clear? See, A is what fraction of B? A by B. N is what fraction of M? N by M. This is what fraction of this? This divided by this. Are you guys with me? Right? So the answer would be, and by the way, that would require some simplification, right? So we can just take 1.25x as the LCM. So what do we get here? 1.25y plus 80 minus y, right? And we need to divide this by 80 by x, right? Which would be how much? 0.25y plus 80 upon 1.25x into x into x by 80, right? So notice x and x will get cancelled, right? And by the way, 1.25 into 80 is 100. 1.25 into 80 is 100, right? So I am continuing my calculations here. So this would be then 0.25y plus 80 by 100, right? Which would be how much? 0.0025y plus 0.8. That's the answer. Why 0.8? 80 by 100, right? That's 0.8. 0.0025y plus 0.8. I mean, and honestly, this depends upon the 5 answer choices given, Kavita, right? Among those answer choices, you would choose whatever matches this. So this is the final answer. Harin, Chatra, are you guys clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this might look slightly complicated, but honestly, it's at the end of it. See, this is another thing. GMAT loves to test you on cross-functional things. So this is obviously testing you on fractions and is also testing you on rates and work. Two things.